Okay, for you two people out there that may be listening to this, I hope you will stay with it, and because it may be a little bit long and rambling, but I have a lot to say. I started this channel because I do have a lot to say, that I want to express my opinion. I want to do something, anything I can. And I understand that I don't have the reach that so many other people do, but it it's important for us all to speak our mind, to speak our truth, to speak from our heart, because that's what's wrong with this world today. Not enough people do stand up for anything. I want to talk about November, and this may be a subject a lot of people say, oh, what are you harping about that for? I have been very vocal in saying that I do think that the Democrats intend to win. Hint, hint. And I stand by that. I think it would take a miracle for the results to be any different than that. However, that doesn't mean that you give up trying. That doesn't mean that you just say, oh, well, it's a done deal, forget it. Nothing is a done deal until the fat lady sings. Like they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings. And you have to do whatever you can to try to make things come out the way you want them to. Now, I am an independent. I sort of lean towards the Republicans, but I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. But I detest the Democratic politicians. I don't detest Democratic people. I detest their politicians because they are hateful in the way they speak and what they do. They many times actually incite violence. That is not acceptable. I don't care that you say, well, they're just standing by what they believe in. Okay. But there is no excuse for trying to incite violence and hatred. That is not what this country is all about. This country was called the melting pot for a reason. And that may sound funny coming from me because I'm against mass migration. I'm against mass migration because of the levels that are coming in all at once that are unvetted. That's the only reason I'm against it. I'm not against immigration. I'm against mass immigration where you don't know who's coming in here. And especially in this day and age, you have to be careful what's going on. If you look around at anything that's going on around here, it seems to me that we've got a lot of terrorist acts going on right before our very eyes. Who the freak is burning down all these food plants and causing all these problems with aircraft and barges and whatever, trains derailing? Yeah, they could be inside people, but it could also be terrorists. How do you know? You don't know. And the government's certainly not going to tell you. So, anyways, there's that. But I do think that we need to get out and vote. And in the last election, people voted against Trump. They not so necessarily voted for Biden, but against Trump. And that's what we need to do now. I don't care if you hate Trump. Trump is the only one we've got up there that we stand a chance at. What your vote does is not for the person that you're voting for, it's for you. Your quality of life depends on who you vote for. Now, can you really say that your quality of life is better under the current administration? It is not. Prices are higher. That during this administration, it's when all the mandates came to be. People lost their jobs because of these freaking mandates. People were denied access to places if they didn't wear a mask. I mean, this is insane to support an administration that has been this autocratic. And I'm sick and tired of people saying that Trump is Hitler. What the freak do you think you have now? I mean, every day they're taking more and more of your rights away from you. And they don't even have the right to take away your rights. Get that? we need to vote for Trump. We need to rally behind Trump because under his administration, prices were lower, there was more freedom, there was peace, there was more security at the border, there was more everything. The quality of life was so much better. You can't even compare the two administrations. So get over your personal feelings about Trump. This isn't a personality contest. This isn't Miss USA contest like, oh, we vote for the best looking one or the one that's Miss Congeniality. No, this is about capabilities. This is about intent. And all I see from the Democratic side is bad intent. What the freak are they doing to this country? They are destroying this country. Some people will say, well, Trump will do that. No, you know, I think that minimum 90% of all politicians are corrupt. I don't care what side they are on. But Trump may have his bad points, but his good points far outweigh his bad points when it comes to running this country. I don't care about his personal life. I don't care about what kind of personality he has. Quite frankly, I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's a hoot. Is that even a word anymore? I, he's real. He gets down there with the people. You know, how many times do you see the Democrats out there really mingling with the people, really talking to the people? But Trump does. Trump is out there talking to the people all the time. He is there with the people. And if you look at his rallies, I think they're getting larger than they were for the last election. His strategy is too big to fail. You have to show support. I think it's important to get out in those rallies. I think it is important to show that the number of supporters that he has could not possibly indicate a loss. I think that's important. The optics are important. And that's why we do this. Now, the other aspect of it is we all need to get involved in local politics, in the election itself. Be a poll watcher, be a vote counter. Just be aware of the policies in your town or state to try to safeguard the integrity of this election. Do whatever you can. But the most important aspect is, go out and vote. And I don't care if you say a vote doesn't count. It does. It does count. Because the more people that go out there and vote, the harder it's going to be to skew the numbers, let's just say. Okay? It is important. I don't have much hope in what's going on in this world in general because I think the globalists have got a pretty tight hold on everything. But we have to try. We cannot give up. Giving up is not an option. Turning your back to what's going on is not an option. Now, I've said on other streams also that we all want to get away from this madness. We all just turn our back. We all do want to turn our back on this. We all do want to just live our own lives. But you can't live your own life if they're constantly harassing you and interfering in your life. Sometimes you got to do something about it. And the least you can do is get out there and vote. And like I said, I don't care what your personal opinion is of Trump. It's not about his personality. It's about his policies. It's about you, and the quality of your life depends on voting that man in, because the alternative, not too good. They haven't proved to me at all that the Democrats are a party of the people. They are not. They are a party about themselves. I just put out a video. We're trillions of dollars in debt, and yet we continue to give away billions of dollars. What the freak is that? We can't even get people that have basic math skills in public office, it's because they don't care. They're just taking the money and run. You don't think look at how many people have become millionaires since they became politicians. Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. But please, put your personal feelings aside and think about this country and freaking do something.